Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom livestream. This is your boy Legend Ronnie, and today we have the day 4 and day 5 of the past 6 openings between 1846 and 1365. I wish thank you very much for becoming a member to the channel. Welcome to Legends Army, appreciate your support. Leo, hello. Hey, how are you all doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me just fix this microphone a little bit closer so you can all hear me a little bit better. Okay. Right. Now the question is, because I've been looking at the past for about an hour on my own, and the question is 1846 going in defense? They're not going out. It is true they don't really have a whole lot of numbers, but are they going in defense? Because on this side they are defending right now. Imperiums don't have a downtime, right? Which it doesn't look like they do. And on this side they are also kind of defending as well. Heron, I hear you're going to 1556. Harris, yes, I am going to 1556, brother. I'm on my way there. With 1 foot, I'm already there. Where's your cool fighting shades? Well, I'm not fighting right now, am I? That was a cool, good point when you said you're fighting shades. So again, 1365, 1846 going at it, back and forth with trades. I have seen some rallies on the pass. Hopefully I will get some of the reports. I did get some of the reports already. So this was a double rally on this pass. As you see, it was a Harald and Pakal, and it didn't do very well. Okay, and somewhere further down is the second rally. So the second rally caused a lot of damage. It seems that this is the best way to counter this Flavius and Scipio, is by doing a lot of double rallies, triple rallies if available. It seems that Flavius and Scipio is not holding very well against 2 rallies. Now maybe, because you see the remaining troops, 1.8 million, maybe JST was also struggling with the reinforcements, like struggling to keep this full with infantry. And if the troops go very low, then of course you're getting bad trades, right? And this rally was swarmed, was like heavily swarmed. You can tell by the slightly wounded and all that. But on the initial rally, like the head-on rally, the tanking rally, they traded very well. However, you see the remaining troops as well. So I think JST was struggling at the time of this rally to keep it reinforced. Sax, how are you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. And everybody else, welcome. Let me just share, copy this. All right. That is done. Looks like 1846 is trying to push back with a small mortar ball on this side. So you can see after a couple of days of fighting that the maybe fatigue, I think is called, because you get tired after so many days of continuous fighting. You know, even the hardcore players, they start to get tired. So I'm not sure if you're noticing the sizes of the mortar balls. So both kingdoms are hyperactive kingdoms, right? They have a lot of people. And when you check out the size of the murder ball, you think, hey, are these kingdoms Imperium? That's one thing. But on another thing, 1846 is also fighting on the other pass. So there is quite a big chunk of marchers that they have at this pass as well. But still, they are not going in, which means that most of the players are kind of in a defensive position, right? Probably at work, busy with whatever stuff they have in real life and so on. And same is with the other guys. They are rallying, which is not very hard to reinforce rallies. This is kind of a stale moment, just defending, just doing trades left and right. And I'm also expecting either later on or tonight, if not tomorrow, to be some more aggressive movements, because it's going to be Saturday, it's going to be Sunday, people are off, no work, it's weekend, and things might just get really crazy during the weekend. I have full legendary, half of my set is propped as free to play. Good for you. Likun, how are you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Can you explain to me the expertise skill of Henry 5, bro? Thanks. When Kingsland open, Kingsland is going to open in about 3 days. So you have the what? Your coalition control 5 hirons at the end of the. Am I on the right account? Yeah, I mean, I think I'm on the right account, but why is this an achievement? Your coalition control 5 hirons at the end of the chapter. Interesting. Alright, your coalition destroy 100 level 14 barbarian force. This is my first time doing Strife of the Age, so yeah, I'm just not very familiar with all the chronicles, to be honest. And then it's probably gonna be for 2 days, the barbarian one. So I'm guessing that in about 3 days is when Kingsland is going to open, including the 12-hour period after this achievement. So I would say the 3 days. There is 3 days before Kingsland and 2 hours. 3 days and 2 hours, which will make it around 16 on Monday when it's going to open, approximately 16 UTC on Monday. Which I'm pretty sure is gonna be the most crazy and entertaining moment in this KVK, when 1846 and 1365 will unleash. And there you go, they swarmed the rally was cancelled, but it wasn't a very long rally, if you wanna ask me. Richard Clark, thank you very much. Super speed, get up the good streaming, bro. Hey, thank you, for sure. Alright, and let me explain the 5th expertise, which by the way, I did talk about it in my video about Henry. When troops rage reach 70%, they deal 30% more normal attack. So it's should be very easy to understand. As long as your march, when Henry is either primary or secondary, is under 70% rage, you take less normal attack damage. When you go over 70% rage, until you do the skill rotation, you deal 30% more normal attack damage. So this is how I'm understanding the expertise of Henry. There's not many details in here, so this is kind of the only way to take it. Why is to do 5 and 255 and 378 because they have no ally. Alright, so there is an Attila rally from 39 as well. There's an Attila Nevsky. Wow, Ninja is swarming Attila Nevsky? Oh my god. I would not swarm such a thing. (1846) going crazy. Henry worth it? I am torn on him. Don't think he shifted things enough. To be very honest, both of the new archers, they didn't shift things the way we wanted to. I don't see them as OP as they were supposed to be, considering they have the same skill damage factor and crazy stats and bonuses as Nevsky, right? So it's interesting when you think about it. It's really interesting because some previous archer commanders, they seems to be working maybe a little bit better than these newish commanders. I mean, hello, what's going on there when you think about it? I'm surprised as many are. As they're doing good, so don't get me wrong, the new archers, they are better, right? They're doing good, but they're not those OP type of commanders that we were expecting, because you're jumping from 1500 skill damage factor, Gilgamesh, right? He has 1500 skill damage. You're jumping to a commander that does 2300 and reduces march speed and reduces increases the skill damage on the target, like Boudica for example, or reduces your skill damage you take, and it gives so many things, like, and you're expecting great things from such a commander that does so many things, but on the paper when you actually test it, it doesn't do. So yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer there when you think about it. New commanders that should be OP, really strong. Yago, how are you doing, brother? Yo, what's up? So just trading back and forth at this pass. 1846, defending and holding strong, and there is a lot of field fighting on the other pass. It looks like JST is trying to go as heavy as they can. CPO is 5551, Maxim, or get Boudica. If I would do Boudica, I would probably expertise her because of the expertise of Boudica. So if you have sculptures available, I'll probably finish CPO and after that fully work on Boudica. Ronnie, I want to know your opinion about the Nevsky Attila combo. I feel like Nevsky gets swarmed a lot for field. I've done videos about it, particularly about Attila and Nevsky, about me city jumping. You can check on the channel as well. They are all there in more details. Hi Ronnie, how are you doing? I'm fine, thank you. Felix, welcome to the stream. We all want to know what Imperium Kingdom you will go to. I already announced it in my previous 2 live streams, 1556. Any kingdoms managed to break through? The Sami, no. None of the kingdoms managed to break through. And 1846 right now is kind of defending, which I think is working as a trade-wise. So them going in defense is not a bad thing because they are trading pretty positive rather than going offensive. (556) will be crazy after this KVK if they dropped Imperium. Hopefully you will find peace at 556. I hope the same. Thank you very much. Foley, hey buddy, good to see you. Is that the one and only Foley that I know? So Ronnie and Baba reunited, yes, of course. 556, that's awesome. I missed the previous announcements. Hey, that's alright, no problem. The Ceballos, what's up? How you doing, brother? If you delete your fortress, is there a 24-hour cooldown? No, there isn't. If you delete a fortress, you can rebuild it right away. There is no cooldown. Even if you delete a central fortress, either alliance, central force, doesn't matter. There is no cooldown right now. Mandingo, welcome. And everybody else, if I did miss you in the chat, what is your view on past 6 fights? Do you think there is a purpose behind it? So the purpose of these past fights, I'm guessing, is to give people more entertainment. Because if this would be something like Kingsland, and one side has more activity than the other, they could have pushed through in 12 hours. Right? And then, how much fun would one kingdom have versus the other? If in 12 hours, a KVK is over. But here are the past 6s, you have the fortresses which can hold, so the entertainment or the fight, or how you want to call it, can go on and on and on. This is the way I see it about the past fighting. And then to finally decide who is the strongest kingdom in that KVK, you will have Kingsland, which is going to be the decisive fight. So the passes, we can also put it as a endurance type of fighting. Like which kingdom can endure more, either troops losses, either resource speed ups, and so on. You know, how are you doing? Welcome. Waiting for your legend in 556. Thank you very much. Yes, the one and only Polyfield. You still play the game? Or still busy with your work? Update 1v versus 1093, but I never streamed that KVK, or I never done videos regarding that KVK, so it's nothing to update for me regarding that. If I wasn't there for the beginning, there is a lot of things that I don't know. I can probably check and see what's going on, but if I didn't check the KVK from the start to the finish, it's gonna be hard for me to make things. Error 86, hey, how are you doing? Welcome. Miss you all. Well, I'm here. Mutasem, Game of Thrones, WIC. Just copy paste the game with changing some artwork. I'm not sure what is that refers to what, to be honest. Ronnie, as a brand new free-to-play in Season of Conquest, what 4 commanders should I try to max first? I can max 4 right away. Wow. Well, if you're infantry archer, then definitely you need Scipio. I would strongly recommend going for Nevsky. He's pretty strong on the field. It's kind of a must-have. And if you're an archer player, the strongest march on the field right now is probably Artemisia and Boudica, from my experience, right? So I'm talking from my experience. A lot of people might just say Nebu YSG, Boudica YSG, but I like Artemisia and Boudica. Or if you like mobility, it will probably be Boudica and Henry. So you can also retreat fast. So if they target you, you will have a chance to react and you will retreat fast. But also having fast mobility, you can go really fast in their measurable. It really depends on the play styles. Because I have talked today with a player which I'm also helping all the time with marches and so on. He's kind of a low spender, free to play low spender, whatever you guys want to call yourselves, with very low amount of spendings. And he is using mobility on his archer. So let me detail more. If you notice what I have on my double C, that I have the gloves and I have the boots with march speed, and then I have the flag. So this is exactly what he was having on his Nebu, and I was like, whoa, you're asking me what you should work on your calves, but you have blue gloves on your archers and you have blue gloves on your boots. And I was like, I even forgot what they do. I wasn't in the game at that time, and I was like, what do they do? And they said they give mobility, bro. And I was like, whoa, really? Aren't those for infantry and calves? He said, yeah, but you know, I saved a lot of hospital bills because whenever whales target me, I have so much march speed and I just instantly retreat. I was like, well, if that works for you, bro, then just go ahead and use it. And the flag, of course, was with archer specialty, same was the gloves and the boots and so on, not calves, but I'm just trying to show you what he was using. And I was like, well, if I would change something on your archer march, I would change the blue stuff, right? Because I mean, I understand mobility and all that, but in the end it's blue equipment. He said, well, the trades are going good as long as I'm not getting swarmed, and if they target me, I just instantly retreat because I have a lot of march speed. Well, you know, it's different opinions and people use different things. You know, it's the room for customization, which allows you to do a lot of crazy things. Me, for example, if I would have to put something on my archers, I would just put some legendary, you know, get some stats in there, get some more defensive, do more damage. This is something that I would put on my archers, but some people have different opinions. It is true, my Artemisia, if it get targeted, so I can say this as well, I'm not getting away with it. So my Artemisia and Boudica, if it gets targeted, I'm just staying there and taking it, because it's much better than retreating and taking it, because I can't get away. So maybe the mobility gear, which gives quite a decent amount of march speed, if you think about it, maybe that is really helping for players that are individually controlling marchers when it comes to that, because this is 8% march speed, 8%, and then the flag is 6.5, so that is a total of 14% march speed. I mean, that's a pretty big deal when it comes to march speed. Again, you know, players and people do different things. Brian Foley, you're still in 1450. They never did zero me for being away. Well, that's good for you. Artemisia is better, but it's not worth the 700 sculptures, I would say. Can you show Alliance skill points ranking? If I would have to do 4 commanders right now, I would probably do either Nevsky and William and Guan and Scipio. That would be the, if I would just reach Season of Conquest, and I would have to do 4 commanders. That's what I would do. I would probably do Nevsky and William and Guan and Scipio. You have utility, mobility, tankiness, you have damage, you have everything. 4 commanders and you have a lot of stuff. AoE value, single target value, whatever you need. And after that, I would work on an Archer March. I think it's too much value in Scipio and Nevsky and William and Guan to take it away. Where's the report? Well, let's see. Is someone sharing the reports? Oh, someone is. Oh, thank you very much. Alright, so this is... Oh, look at that. That's crazy. That really is crazy. I mean, I'm not sure if the past it was taking double rally, but this is really good. And they swarmed as well. I mean, it's short rallies, right? Well, people having full hospitals. People joining rallies and reinforcing with full hospitals. Look at that. Archers, swarming calves. You see the difference? Calves, swarming calves. And I've done videos about these things, but people don't respect them. Infantry, swarming calves. So look what the big of a difference is when you're swarming with archers, when you're not countering what you're swarming. You should use infantry when you're swarming calves, and the listing is calves swarming calves. That should be the list. You should just it should be infantry. The same thing when you're swarming flags, but it's easy when you just select all your marches. You think you have the equipment, and you go like, well, okay, I mean, I have max legendary gear, full special talented, it should do good. Look, Nebula G again. And infantry or cabs is wow. People are having full hospitals. Yeah, it's crazy. Tilanevsky, there you have it. Someone asked on the chat about it. Oh boy, this is a big one. This is Boudica and Henry, which again, you know, because I was mentioning about it, but this is I don't think this is tanking rallies. Infantry attack, defense and health. Archer attack, defense 207. Well, the infantry attack is pretty high as well, but this is all 270 attack. Wow. Archer base attack, okay. Archer base defense, archer base health. So it didn't went heavy on the health. Siege units base health. So there's probably accessories as well, since they mentioned about the siege, infantry and caps. There's definitely accessories. Look at that. Calves, swarming archers. Positive trait. Calves, swarming archers. Infantry, swarming archers. Not so positive anymore. You see, it's very easy to see these things. Archers, swarming archers. I mean, when it's VIP 18 max tech, bruh. Jeez. Man, that rally got smoked. Look, more calves swarming archers, more calves swarming archers. Scipio and Flavius. Yeah, this rally got smoked on the swarm. That was some heavy thing going on. Look at that. You can see the line going down and barely keeping the rally alive. And then it went a little bit up, but then just done. Do Scipio. 1254 is fighting V56 flag. Is that because Attila is immune to silence? Well, yeah, Attila is immune to silence, but I don't think that's the reason. It's just Attila doing a lot of all damages, you know, which it's also a lot of counterattack damage, like when people swarming. Hi Legendary, I'm entering my first season of Conquest. I have about 1.6k heads saved only. Only use heads on YSG. I'm an infantry main. What are 3 marches I could do? Well, first of all, I wouldn't go only infantry. There is other commanders like Nevsky. I'm not sure if you realized, but there is a lot of talks about Nevsky. Like even on the field, you see so many Nevsky running around is used for rally, for various other things. But trying to go full infantry, I think it's a little bit wrong, because Nevsky, for example, is a too good commander not to have. So from your 1600 heads, I'll probably get Scipio for your infantry and then Nevsky. I wouldn't go pure infantry. If you really just want to go pure infantry, well, then you got Pakal, you got Harald, you got Scipio. These are 3 of the commanders that I would definitely work on as an infantry. Pakal and Harald, and then you do like a Guan and Scipio, and that's pretty much about it. If you want to do more infantry, that's entirely up to you, but it's going on Alex, CJ, and commanders that are not as great as they should be. Scipio Flavius is such a good pair for multiple stuff. Yeah, I've seen people doing many of that on the field. Did XY really fall off that much? Why not recommended XY? Well, I would say that the moment the next cabs will be released, XY will be benched as well. He will be used for most likely events, PvE stuff, because it's a fast skill rotation type of commander, right? Like Genghis used to be. But this is my guess, that the moment the new commanders will come out, XY is done. So let's see, did people found the counter to Flavius and Scipio? That was pretty low damage. 67,000. Wow. I mean, it's kind of low damage both sides. Right, so the rally was the first one that went on yellow. I don't think this is going to be a very positive trade. Let's see, this is interesting. So JST is trying something new. XY is Khan 2.0, yeah, that's very true. When Kingsland opened, Dark Q8 is in 3 days. 3 days and about an hour from now. You're looking for around 2 infantry, 1 cav, 1 archers. Well, if you're looking for 2 infantry, I already said Guan Scipio, Pakal Harold. 1 cav, I would recommend Nevsky William. And the 1 archer, I would say that if you have YSG done, you could do Boudica and YSG for now. But I really like Artemisia and Boudica for that matter. And if you wait on the daily special offer, you could work on Artemisia from the daily special offer soon, because they introduced Guan and Leo, which means that probably in about a month we will get Artemisia and Ramses, so you can even work on her from the daily special offer. Who would you work on out of Nebu or Boudica? It depends on the purposes. For field fighting wise, I would go for Boudica. Gilgamesh with Henry. What is with Gilgamesh and Henry? Ruthless, I'm fine, thank you. JST is 1365, yes, zeros. Archer rallies were taking 120k damage from Flavius. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's really low damage on Attila and Nevsky. And I'm surprised because these are calves, like infantry counter calves, and it doesn't make any sense when you think about it, right? I mean, why is calves taking less damage? However, calves do have a 12% skill damage reduction from their talents. Attila has another 15% skill damage reduction from his skills. So if you sum it up overall, there's a lot of skill damage reduction on calves as well. Majid E, you have Nevsky William, XY Mehmed, Artemisia Ramses, Guan Alex, Nebo YSG. Who do you think for field fighting? Do you have well, hold on, wait, you're in 1846, you guys don't have problem. You have a giant murder ball, so that's really good. Nebo YSG. So you know what I would change there, Majid? I would do Artemisia with YSG, and I would do Ramses with Nebo. That's the thing that I would change. I mean, that's my opinion, because your Nebo is probably so fragile in that in the murder ball that it probably just dies from the AoE. But Artemisia and YSG, they have a higher sustainability, so you can do more AoE. But they are very slow. So just to put it out there, just so you know about that. And Ramses with Nebu, I tested it many times. It's a really good march. Keep putting out the best video. Take it easy, brother. Brian Foley, thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate it. Snorlax, I don't quite agree with you with your infantry pair you mentioned. Just now, 3 infantry should be Guan Leo, Scipio Alex, Pakal Harald. Snorlax, we are talking about people that just reached Season of Conquest. You want to tell people that just reached Season of Conquest to invest in Alex, which is a Generation 2 commander, or invest in Leo? I mean, let's be honest about things. And I 100% don't agree about your Guan Leo pair over there. Guan needs something with mobility, not Leo. I'm sorry, but oh boy, they're swarming. Oh wow, they swarmed that thing down. Oof. Look at the sad faces. So it looks like somebody found the counter to Flavius. Our boy Flavius and Scipio. Guan Scipio is the best. Hi from 2329. Hello, Rodrigo. Welcome. Swarm is the counter of Flavius. Who is the best infantry garrison now? Well, it all depends. True, if you're saying people never came to suck, then yes, Guan Scipio for sure. But for a field fight, the final outcome should split Guan and Scipio if you are an infantry main. Well, the reason I'm recommending Pakal and Harald it is because it's a good city jumping type of march, right? Like you're getting good trades when swarmed, so it's very easy. And like I said, Leo and Alex, I can't recommend to people who are just reaching Season of Conquest, hey, invest on Leo and Alex, commanders that are out for 3 years. That's no-go. It's definitely a no-go. You need to work on the newish commanders. Even the numbers on the commanders is telling you that you should work on them. And look at that, this fortress was just taken down by Nevsky, when you think about it. But Alex, you should have invested already before Season of Conquest. Well, some people didn't. Or maybe they just done him 5511 from wheel, spinning a little bit on the wheel. And then 5511, there's like what, 180 sculptures, 190 sculptures, something like that. That's another 500 that you have to put in him to expertise him. So there's still a lot of sculptures there. Because with the 5511 Alex, you get away through KVK 2 and 3. XY Nevsky, Chandra Mina, Saladin William, Guan Liu, Nebu YSG. I'm planning to skip Archer pair because they died fast. Instead, Guan Liu, CPU Alex. What do you think? If you want to do that, Guan Liu, CPU Alex. If you already have Leo expertise, then of course try to use him, try to make a use of him. Guan Liu is still a good march if you have him. I mean, he's being used and I've seen him. I just can't recommend on people to work on him. So if you have him, this is what people need to understand. If you have Leo, use him. But if you don't have Leo, don't invest on him. This is how the thing is going. So I hope it's pretty clear. I don't have CPO Prime. You're in Season 2. Well, you don't have it, but you will have it once you reach. Whoa, this flag is burning as well. So there is a lot of action that we missed. Right, let's see if we get the... Alright, we got the fortress report. Okay, so this is very interesting. I think the fortress still won. It's crazy to say this, but the fortress still won. And this is the small AoEs. I mean, if you pile up the dead, just think about it. And let's see when I mean, look at that. Wow, there is a lot of dead from the AoE. And now here comes the swarm. So it is true that on the swarm, especially when you're swarming with archers, you see, when you're swarming with infantry, look at the trades. You're swarming with archers, look at the trades. Exponentially increase because you're countering archers, counter infantry. Look at that, swarming with archers again, 38,000, 61,000. Pretty crazy when you think about it. Archers, infantry. But this was a small march, right? 219k versus 300k versus 400k. There's a big difference. And then infantry swarming infantry. Cabs. Alright, so this is when the fortress was going down, I guess. Yep. Boudica and Tomiris. Interesting choice. Look at that. Cabs, swarming infantry. They took about 10% more dead than the archers did. Never YSG. Oh wow. That was a good trade. This is probably towards the end. Yeah, this is when the fortress burned. Okay. I still say that considering the dead from the AoE, right, from all these small AoEs, I still think the fortress won. Troops severely wounded can be healed. I was able to buy bundles on 200 million power. Good for you, brother. You have Alex, YSG, and Edward and Richard, and Consider and Charles Martel expertise. Well, if you're buying a lot of bundles, then you definitely have a lot of commanders. Who would you recommend for city garrison? For city garrison, to be honest, the shield is your best garrison. But if you really want to take a rally, anything that is garrison, like some of the newish garrison, aka Artemisia, Jadwiga, Zenobia, YSS, Theo, make sure it is one of the newish garrison, probably even Flavius. We burned the fortress. Yeah, good. That's the only thing that was positive there. That they burned the fortress. I say that if they would have had the reinforcements to pour in the fortress, I think the fortress would have stand. People say that it's vulnerable to swarm, but if you're reinforcing something, how can it go down? You just need bigger marches to reinforce with. That's when you need the players with the 400k marches, when someone is swarming the fortress, because then you have 3 players with 400k marches just pouring in 1 million, 1.2 million, 1.2 million, 1.2 million. In the end, you're gonna kill the swarm. And then on the others, people refreshing, you swap the garrison, and you keep doing that. Then you're able to keep a fortress up. If for city garrison will be better for Xeno YSS or Xeno Flavius. For city garrison, Xeno YSS for sure. Because you have mix in your city. Nobody has one type of troops. And YSS is way better with mix. What accessories I should buy from KVK shop for Guan? What I have on my Guan currently is a horn, and I have a book with troop capacity. But what would be nice to have on my Guan is either a horn and a dagger, if you want specifically for Guan, or maybe a horn and greatest glory. But I would say a horn and a dagger, a horn and a ring is also really good to have on Guan Yu. If you already have a dagger on another march, then you don't need another dagger. I recommend just one dagger. If you want to get that dagger better, I'll probably just refine it and expertise it, get it with a special talent, rather than having 2 daggers on the field. That's my recommendation, because I do have 1 dagger and 1 Mora's web for field fighting when I swarm marches to get some health reduction, some defense reduction, maybe some march speed reduction on cabs. Your Playnate TV, what's good, legend? Hey, welcome to the stream. We were able to hold a flag against double rally and crazy swarm for 2 hours. The enemy started to call out that we use bots. Well, exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, if the reinforcements go really good, even a swarm, a flag shouldn't go down. 2 daggers doesn't stack? No, what 2 daggers do on the field, it helps you keep the stacks up, right? So for example, if you only have 1 dagger, at some point you will lose the stacks. Or you'll apply the stack once, you lose the stack, you'll apply stacks again, lose stacks, and it goes like this. If you have 2 daggers, I have seen this done by someone. I'm not sure if it was on the Archer Discord, Cav Discord, Infantry Discord. So on a 100 turn fighting basis, if you have a dagger, you keep losing the stacks. On a 100 turn basis, if you have 2 daggers, you all the time have at least 1 of the stacks, and most of the times you have 3 stacks on the target, which is 15% health if they are not with special talent. I'm not sure how it works if 1 dagger is special talented and 1 is not, but this is a test that someone done in 100 turns. So I prefer to just have 1 dagger rather than have 2, and play my luck on RNG. Like whenever they reduce health when I'm swarming the target, It's good. When it's not, it's also good, rather than having 2 daggers. What accessory is best for cabs in KVK? Well, look, this is my accessories, and you can see on what commanders. I mean, this is a little bit of Sunset Canyon purposes right now, but this is my accessories. I have a Mora's Web, I have a drag dagger, 4 horns, 3 rings, greatest glory for Attila. Pendant of Eternal Night was done before any of these accessories were introduced, when the only 2 accessories we had at that time was the coin and the pendant. So I didn't want to do the coin because I wasn't very sold about the coin, and I done the pendant at that time. You have Guan 5111 Alex Max. Is Scipio Martel good as tuned infantry pair? So if you wanna use Martel for the field and you have Guan Scipio, I would rather do Guan and Scipio and do Alex and Martel. That's what I would pair. Or you could do Guan and Alex, and you could do Martel and Scipio. I mean Martel first, Scipio second. Right, so let's see what is the situation gonna be here. Didn't the flag just burn? They deleted the flag. What? So JST, they burned the fortress. They burned the flag, which was deleted, and now they retreated behind the pass. That's an interesting move. Right, so let's see on the other side, what is the situation on the other side? How is things going? Alright, we got a double rally situation over here, and it seems that it's going for a while. We got Henry and Nebo, and it seems that it's taking quite a bit of damage. Versus Flavius. There is the counter rally. This Flavius is taking some serious damage. This is going to be an interesting report. Alex Harald and Martel Scipio, or Martel Harald and Scipio Alex. I would do Martel Harald and Scipio Alex. Scipio Alex is a really good march. Tested. Why am I here? That was my answer for you. Ronnie, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to answer everyone's question. I try to do my best, John. Thank you very much. Legend Ronnie, what's up? It's been 4 years since I last watched your stream. Tryon, welcome to the stream after 4 years. Better late than never, I guess. Oh no! Oh, did the garrison drop? Guys, did the garrison dropped? The garrison dropped. No! Oh my god, the garrison died. Did you all saw that? That was wrecked. That garrison got completely wrecked. Are you now chill with your kingdom? Yeah, I've always been chill. A couple more days, another 10 days, and I'll be out. I'm chill. Good evening, Ronnie. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Blue, thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, so we got the report. Let's see what was the situation over here. Wow, so this was the one-on-one. This was the tanking rally. Henry and Nebu. So it was positive trade on the tanking rally. Now I'm really curious if they done only infantry. They should have had a Zenobia YSS there for just in case if they have to put the mix. I'm just gonna scroll a little bit. I want to see if they done mix by, I wouldn't say mistake, but necessity. Like the pass going really low and just needing to throw stuff in there just to keep it full. Nope, they've done only infantry. I only see infantry. I haven't seen any cabs, any archer, anything like that. That's really good. So it went all the way down in glory with just infantry. The problem with the infantry is, I mean, they are very strong, as you've seen. Flavius and Scipio doing really good on defending, but they are slow. So reinforcing with infantry is not very good because of their march speed, like getting the reinforcements, especially farmer counts, right? When you think about it, because people probably have a lot of T4s on the farmer counts, but it's the traveling time to get to the pass with your farmer count and the infantry. All right, so there was pure infantry in there. Wow, this was the second rally. All right, so the second rally done some serious damage to the pass. The initial rally traded pretty positive, but the second rally, look at that, just crushed. A lot of TF4 though from A46. Yeah, they must have used a lot of alt accounts, I'm guessing. Even though I'm guessing that they used a lot of tier 4 as well, cause yeah, so they used a lot of tier 4 1365, so most likely a lot of farmer counts as well. Yeah, there's a lot of tier 4, look at that, a lot of tier 4 in there. There is a small AoEs, so there is a little bit of extra value over here from Scipio, but it's not covering the counter rally. The counter rally, not the counter rally, my apologies, the second rally from 39 did really devastating damage. A lot of dead from swarming rally as well, like a few 100Ks. All right, well, this was from the garrison perspective. So let's see, are they planning to push in and burn the fortresses? 1846 going full defensive. Oh no, this fortress was empty. They just touch it and it's burning. They didn't have any reinforcements. I would have filled it with farms at least, but it's very hard to reinforce this fortress, so I kind of understand a little bit. The flag is burning as well. All right, so let's see what is 1846 planning to do next. You have 12 million dead. BT Cyborg, good for you. I have 34. Look, this guy has 58. Zepti, let's see how many that Zepti has. 73. So you still have a lot to work on your dead. That report had cabs, bro. Which report? Hold on. You mean this report? They had cabs. Did I miss when I was scrolling too fast? Well, I'm not gonna go back. If they had cabs, well, that's RIP. But probably they don't have hold the line. If they don't have hold the line, I'm not sure it's a big deal. Probably need to check some CPO skills, see how they work if you have mix. Because Flavius is garrison, I don't think Flavius cares about mix. It's more about CPO and the talent hold the line, if they had it or not. Can you explain the map, please? Two alliances are waiting for the Kingsland. I think the whole deal about 6-8 alliances is when you are in the home kingdom, you have 155 players in one alliance, right? When you come into Lost Kingdom, you build extra flags. So by building extra flags, you make extra room in the alliances. So automatically, at least one of the alliance is being absorbed by the other top alliances, maybe even two. So imagine an alliance that has 155 spots goes to 180 spots. There's 25 times 6. There's one alliance for you that is being absorbed by the other alliances. So let me explain you the map. So right now 1846 is defending in a lot of places. So they are keeping this kingdom locked in. Let's see what is the situation going on here. They built a flag. They started burning that fortress. Here it's all locked as well. Locked. This is all 1846. Where they are defending WID, DOU, CHC2, OPG, LIB, and then they have on the left side Pizza, BFM, GEH, IQ, BA, BAN, BAN. Man, I couldn't spell that. What's wrong with that? This is all their fortresses and their defensive position. This is the same kingdom, 1846. And then you go on this side, the other pass, LIU, SIN, DIH. This is all 1846. This is kingdom 1846 as well, and Fox. Fox is 1020. Hold on. There is 2342, right. Basically, 1846 is defending in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in 8 places. They are fighting 3 camps, 7 kingdoms. 1846. 3065 has their hand full as well, defending in a couple of places, but not as much as 1846. So right now it looks like they want to defend this fortress. So let's see how it's gonna end up, how this is gonna go. What happened to your AOC clan? Bro, that is old history. We've done a rebellion against the former leaders of K16. We had civil war in K16. There is a full playlist there. If you have time, you want to check it out. There's 9 live streams, 9 videos total with the war in K16. It's been fun, you know, fun times. Yeah, those were good times. They were really good times. People didn't know much about the game. There was no KVK. It was just kingdom things going on. You know, really good times. KVK2, good for farming kill points. All KVKs are good for farming kill points if you know what you're doing. So I'm expecting the rally to come, and it is coming. Yo, son. With his Henry and Nebu. Let's see. I still think Attila Nevsky done better than archers. Look, that's 135k. Jeez Louise. 136k. Look at that. The rally is yellow already. We need archers. He's already spamming. We need archers. I think Attila Nevsky is doing a lot better than archers. It sucks to say that, like cavs against infantry, but I think they were doing way better. What do you guys think? I would say that 100% cavs were doing better, in my opinion. I mean, that rally is getting melted. Why are archers so weak against this garrison? I don't get it. I don't understand. Hironi, who is the best at the rally? Gilgamesh Henry or Boudica Henry? To be very honest, I don't see archers excelling at all currently. So I'm not sure who should I say who is the best. I think they are good at second rally. Like if you're double rallying something, it's good to use the archers as the second rally. $130k from Flavius and 120k from Scipio. That's insane. I know, right? I mean, that's crazy damage when you think about it. Last KVK of ours, we used Bertrand Nevsky against Flavius Scipio, and we got good trades most of the time and won our KVK. Madness, that's really good. Probably they should try it. Nebu rally attack what? There was a barbarian fortress. Powerful kingdom in game. Well, this is one of them. 1846 that is defending right now. 1556. Then is 1254. 1365. 18. I mean, there's a lot of them. Mostly the Imperium ones. 1034 1v 1960 1860 1093 qualifies for that. Yeah, there's a lot of them, a lot of very powerful kingdoms out there. Probably not all coming out in my mind right now. Boudica YSG or Scipio Alex? Viking. I think trade wise you might get better trades with the Scipio Alex. But I would definitely want to bring a Boudica YSG on a murder ball. The AoE value from YSG is still really good. I still use 2 marchers of archers. Archers are being a target on the field, but if they're not a target, they're doing really good trades. Like especially on infantry, you're just crushing them. Imperium's no downtime. Have you seen 1860? They have a downtime? Well, I'm not sure about the other Imperiums. You know, I'm kind of talking a little bit on the Imperiums from this KVK. It's pretty clear archers are bumpkins compared to infantry and cavs. I'm archer main. It's hard for me to explain it, but I'm not sure if they done something to the game. Like they modified something, they changed something to the game. But archers weren't used to be like this. Archers used to beat infantry pretty bad. That was a Pakal Harald rally, which was formed all the way down. Now it's a Zenobia YSS in the garrison. I'm not sure if you're noticing. I can zoom in a little bit more. They switched to Zenobia YSS. Now it's Flavius again, so they had to refresh the garrison. Okay, makes sense. Probably is even the same player. Wow, the rally was cancelled. So let's see the report on that one. Two, 3 hours before today, full reinforce. Oh, there you go. Flavius CPO. And this was a double rally. So he's saying that this is 2-3 hours before today, plus obviously the AOE. Attila Nevsky, look at that. How crazy that is. Look at that. That's crazy. I mean, a lot of things just don't make sense anymore, to be honest. Like, archers are supposed to counter infantry, you know, proper rally equipment, accessories, doesn't beat infantry, but cavs, who are supposed to be countered by infantry, are beating infantry? Like, what the hell is happening with RoK? I'm checking to see if there is a double rally. That's why I'm scrolling down. Alright, so there was a double rally. Look at that. So double Attila Nevsky rally. They just beat that CPO pretty bad. Bruh. I mean, it's unreal. It's unfreaking real. All right, so this is the fortress report. Oh my god. F for for the Archer rally, yo. Explain the logic. Can somebody explain the logic, please? There is no freaking logic in here whatsoever. Bruh, it's not making any sense. To be honest, it looks like a big commander texting. They keep changing combos. Bruh, you can check the previous live stream, the one that I've done 2 days ago, and you'll see reports there that were used with Boudica, Henry, that were used with Gilgamesh and Henry, with Gilgamesh and Boudica, with whatever. They've tried everything. Archer wise, they can't take down Flavius and Scipio. It's not just this combo of archers, it's any archer combo. It seems that calves are doing way better. And then is the AoE from people. Look at that, look at the AoE, the AoE value. Look at the dead. Holy smokes, look at that. Look how many dead they took from the AoE. That's supposed to pack a punch against infantry, but it looks like epic commanders fighting legendary. Everyone obsessed with archers, they need to try X by Nevsky. Steven, the whole point is that the game itself, it's showing you something. Like, you're going on your troops and you press the information button and it shows you this, which is not happening, right? Look at that. Archers counter infantry, infantry counter cavs, cavs counter archers. But right now it's happening the other way around. Cavs counter infantry, infantry counter archers, and I'm not sure if archers can counter cavs because nobody is doing archer garrison, so we don't really know, but it might be possible. So explain the logic. Chisgul is saying that just swarming is GG. It's not that easy to just swarm. I mean, if they reinforce, you can lose a gazillion of troops by swarming. It's true that 1365 did took a fortress down by swarming, but I don't think the fortress was having a lot of reinforcements left. No, archers is being slapped both ways. Siege counter archers too. That would be something. That would be something if we see a siege garrison beating archers. Oh my god. I think that would be the end. If we see a siege garrison beating archers. Oh. Archer main's crying to lead right now. Well, I'm not an archer main. I'm kind of a fan of AoE, field fighting and all that, and I use a lot of archers on the field as well, but it just doesn't feel right. Like proper archer marches, like commanders that have so much stats and benefits rally wise, to taken down by something they should counter. It's, I mean, the logic is unbelievable. Brand new update. Whoa. Oh, look at that. We just got an update right on the stream. Now how about that? We plan to update the game version 1.0.59 Tales of Summer on 2022-7/7. Well, that's in about 6 days from now. Let's see when exactly is that. That's gonna be Thursday. Before the update, you can download the data in advance, etc. Song of another event already? Didn't we just had one? Oh my god. Man, they are hasting these events now. We just had one event, didn't we? So now events are not coming every 2 months, they are coming every 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. Dragon Lancer, we need ballistas. The update should include archer buff. Improvements to Season of Conquest, new iconic crystal rewards. Once the update goes live, new Crusader achievements will become available for players in Season of Conquest. Complete them to obtain up to 3 iconic crystal and other rewards. Holy moly, scrapanoli. So some true from the video of yesterday, it looks like is in the update. But it is related to Crusader achievements. I can't super chat. Well, if you can't super chat, there is Streamlabs, bro. Look at that, the bot just spam you the link. If you really want to support the channel, you can do it through the Streamlabs. Now let me just explain it to you. What is referring by Crusader achievements? So you have the individual Crusader achievements, right? You have the coalition Crusader achievements, and then you have the camp Crusader achievements. So it doesn't specify individual Crusader achievements, which means that if you lose the KVK, you might not get crystal, iconic crystal. So that is quite a lot when you think about it, right? Because you have individual, coalition, and camp as well. Season of Conquest story registration election phase. A new by-election phase has been added to Season of Conquest. Once the registration phase for Season of Conquest has ended, kingdoms who are unable to find a match can choose another story to register for during the by-selection phase. What? Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. By-selection phase has been added to Season of Conquest. Once registration phase to find a match. So hold on, is you the one who are finding a match, or is the game finding you a match? Because I understand the by-selection phase. You can choose another story to register for during the by-selection phase. Because I mean, that's very important for us to know. It's like we are finding a match, like we are agreeing with other kingdoms, hey, let's just play this KVK together, us against them, and this and that. Or is it still the game find you, and if the game can't find you a match, then you can go to another KVK? I think it needs a little bit of clarification there. You can now see how many refresh chances you have for Bastion Quest. Okay, heroic item power up changes. Aggressive mode and peaceful mode can be toggled individually for troops in the armies tab. You can now toggle aggressive mode and peaceful mode when dispatching troops. Just one moment. Notifications will now be shown when troops is blockaded while joining a rally. The rally army will wait for a short period after the rally timer ends. If troops cannot reach the attack location due to being blockaded, once this waiting period ends, the rally will launch an attack. Right. I still think it needs a lot more work with this aggressive peaceful mode, with this blockade. It's not what I thought it's going to be, because what I thought is exactly what they're trying to change here. Like, you're the one setting if your troops are in blockade mode or in aggressive mode or peaceful mode, and I think this is what they're trying to change here. Like, you will be the one to set the troops in which stance you want them to be, so they won't be all the time in blockade mode. Champions of Olympia event improvements. Pre-battle preparation time changed to 10 seconds. What? Oh, they want to make it faster. Fixed an issue with the graphics for Guardian of the Past skill. Which is that skill? Oh, that's from the Olympia, I guess. Change the Olympia. Okay. Battle system improvements. Improve display effect for selecting targets. Selected targets are now more visually prominent. So this is referring to Imperium kingdoms, crazy high activity fights. improve the display effects for selecting targets. So which means that you should see much better your opponent marches, so you don't select your ally marches. Because right now when you click, when there is a big murder ball, like what do you understand from this? Of course is red and blue, I mean allies and opponents, but they want to try to make it more visually when you're selecting your opponents, so you can see them much better. That's what I'm understanding from that change, which is a nice change. Improve the display effects for destination markers when holding and dragging troops in order to prevent them from being blocked by your finger. Okay, not that I ever used fingers to drag and drop troops, but okay. Other improvements. Thutmose III is now in the tavern, the expedition shop, and the museum. Holy smoke. Okay, so they are adding another commander in the expedition shop, which means it's another true from the yesterday leaks, which I said none of them is gonna happen. Campaign expedition. Yep, so we might be able to switch between Aethelflaed and Thutmose III, I'm guessing. That's gonna be, I don't know, pretty cool. Expert is another legendary. I think they mean random hands on the bottom. Oh, if they mean that, I mean, come on, bro, come on. If that's what they mean, just random heads in there, that's just shit. You can now recruit Thutmose at the tavern. Buy his sculptures. It says buy his sculptures in the expedition shop. But again, this could also mean on the bottom. So it doesn't say that he is replacing Aethelflaed, or you could switch between Thutmose and Aethelflaed. It says buy his sculptures from the expedition shop, which again is at the bottom. You might get a sculpture a year, give or take. Or unlock his exhibits and relics at the museum. That's be interesting to see what relic he's going to have. Immigration lure change in the interest of maintaining balance. The unlimited option for cross-season immigration power caps has been changed to 100 million. What? Immigration law changes in the interest of maintaining balance. The unlimited option for cross. Okay, this is cross season. I screwed it. Yeah, this is like going from Season of Conquest. If you have a 200 million power account and you want to go from Season of Conquest to a KVK 2, you can't go if you're over 100 million. This is what they're saying with this. Yeah. I don't care. Alliance officers and garrison captains can now send back troops garrisoned in buildings, holy site, passes in Lost Kingdom. Yes. Yes. You can finally kick all those sieges. Take that. Yeah. Alliance war information can now be shared in chat. That's cool. Improved Alliance flag display effect for Osiris League, Champions, and Lost Kingdom Victory. Added a button to check commander information during the Wheel of Fortune event. What? Commander information. Oh, okay. Tap view to jump to the commander info page. Added an option to sort commanders by power in the commander info page. That's the best display from over here. Alliance officers and garrison captains can now send back troops garrison in buildings, holy sites, and passes because, hear me out, there is a limit of 100 marches in a flag holy site passes. There is a limit. Fortresses, wherever. You cannot put more than 100 marchers. So you have those 2,000 marchers sitting there, 1,500, and doing nothing. Running the leaks yesterday so were true. I would say that let's wait for the update first. Some of the things looks like to happen. It says in the expedition shop, but I'm not sold about it because it doesn't say it is replacing Ethelflaed. It doesn't say that Strife of the Eight is being removed by selection phase. It's unclear to me what they are referring by that. Are you still getting random match? Are you the one selecting the match? And if you don't find the match, it allows you the option to go to another KVK, register for another KVK. You know, this is and the new iconic crystal is not for the pre-KVK. It says clearly for the Crusader achievements. When they said Strife was being removed, I disregarded everything else. There might have been a miscalculation there in the translation. I think it is quite a new update. The garrison update is really good. From all that, that's what I would take. I would take the garrison of being able to send back marchers. That's amazing. Just kick off. So we're not gonna have it, the iconic. No, it's probably gonna be on the new KVKs that will start after the update. I don't think it's gonna be in this one. Usually that's how they do it. And how are you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. No new civilization is coming. Oh yeah, one civilization just came out. I mean, give it another couple of months. Finally, I can kick different troop stripes. Oh my god. Ark of Osiris fight at the pass. We'll see. We'll see how things are gonna play out. But yeah, that's a cool change. You know, kicking inactive small marches out of the rally. I mean garrison. Because, you know, rally is okay. Rally can have over 100 marchers inside. But garrison is limited. So let's get back onto our fighting session over here. 1365 versus 1846. Let's see what is happening on the other pass. I've been watching this pass for quite a while. Okay, looks like nothing is happening on this side. I believe players are shifting from one side to another. 1365 has this pass. They burned that flag and now they're burning this fortress, which doesn't seem to bother too much 1846. Now it's just another job for officers and captain for those people who can't read markers. Bruh, I wouldn't mind doing that. Instead of losing a flag because it's overfilled, or losing a pass, or losing a fortress because people can't put troops inside because you reach your limit. I mean, how much job were you doing before kicking people from the alliance because they were having 3-4 marches in the pass and you had no room to put in? How much more work were you doing before finding the people and kicking people? Not to mention there is coalition. In the Lost Kingdom you can have up to 5 alliances in heroic Anthem. So try to find a guy from 5 alliances who has 5 marches in your pass with 500 troops on each march. Think about it. That should have been a change years ago. Years. Not after 4 years. Every time you make a video about update, He makes an update post. It's pretty funny, right? Right, so it looks like at this pass the activity is kinda non-existent, kinda dead. It looks like the whole fighting is happening at this pass. And looks like 1365 is trying to go heavy on field fighting. They're definitely persistent. Look at that. Pushing as deep as they can, not even allowing these people to make a murder ball. (1365) it's so much about field fighting. I really like that about them, but when it comes on losing troops, they are very limited. That's why you don't see much swarming from 1365. They probably also save themselves for Kingsland, which is the bigger fish to fry when you think about it, but still. Let's see how the situation will develop further. Kingdoms like 1960, who does back-to-back KVKs with no downtime. Everyone will have so many iconic KVK equipment, accessories, all maxed out soon. Is there any fight from 1860? I think they got exposed. Hi Unjun, how are you doing? Hello. Mellow bubbling in the front, going offline. Keeping us pot busy in the front line. I would exile him. Who do you think will win in Kingsland? Bro, it's really hard because 1365 they are hardcore about field fighting. They are really hardcore when it comes to field fighting. They definitely love that. They enjoy that. So let's see if 1846 will have the necessary activity. You have to take in consideration 56 and 39, which were super active this KVK. Quite big advantage for 1365, to be honest, having 56 and 39, which are on the right up corner, 2256 and 2339, and then you have to take in consideration 1044 and 2052, which also were pretty active. Let's see how much juice they have in them, because they do have access to this zone and they do have access to Kingsland. So there is going to be quite giant murder balls from 3 camps going against 1846, which is 1 camp. So there is definitely that to consider. And is this 44? Oh yeah, 44 is building fortresses to support potentially with field, I guess. Yep, most likely to support with field in this area if it's needed. I don't think there is gonna be a so-called winner in this KVK. Maybe someone will take the ziggurat, but I don't think any of the zones will be invaded. Quality wins. Whoever gets the ziggurat, I think is going to be considered winner. But getting inside people's zone, I don't see how, with the current activity of the KVK, I don't see how that is going to happen. It's about quality march versus quantity. Interesting. That's very true. That's very true. Quality versus quantity. We will see how that is gonna work out. I blame Fleisch for overhyping 1860, aka Crazy 60, now aka Imposter 60. Where is Fleisch migrating next? Did he said anything? When your whole main alliance has quality. That's true. That definitely makes a difference. Legend, what do you think at 1960 upcoming KVK? I haven't really looked at it, but I'm guessing it's gonna be crazy hardcore fighting KVK. Flash need to be in 1960. I mean, for real, they didn't accept. I mean, they didn't say they don't accept me. They just didn't take my application in consideration. So it's hard to say. They will accept Flash, but they didn't accept me. That will be something. He said he will not say where he is migrating before KVK ends. So he really is migrating? Didn't he just landed in 1860? And he is already going somewhere? Okay. He didn't confirm that. Okay. Said he wouldn't talk about it. He's upset. He's probably upset for sure. He's sad. Sounds like sadness in that phrase. Said he wouldn't talk about it. (1960) 1034. Don't accept other language players. Okay, that's very interesting. I didn't know about that. For the OG, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm good, thank you. Catalonia, hey bro, welcome. Wait, who's upset? I mean, from what one of the players wrote in the chat, that Fleisch wouldn't talk about it, like if he's going to migrate or where he's going to migrate. And I said that it sounds like he's upset. Hassan, someone says that you're wrong. Gummy Bear says that 60 GT is 50% English and 50% Chinese. If 1365 wins, do you think they win on their own, since they have two camps on their side? Besides, 1846 don't have any alliances in Kingsland. Anyways, I'm a big fan of 1365. Well, 1365 said something regarding you don't win the KVK alone, you win it with your allies. This is why you have allies. I think that's a, maybe I'm phrasing it wrong. I think that's something they said regarding KVK. I watched some Fleisch streams. Yeah, he seemed upset. Vuko says that 60 GT is 60% English and 100% Asian. Wow. Your math is fantastic, Vuko. You're definitely A+ at math. Yeah, Fleisch once said that 60 GT has plenty of international players. I didn't really inspect as much, like go player to player to player to see what they have. If 1846 loses the KVK, they will look bad because they didn't accept 4 versus 4. Why would they look bad? They've done a 3 versus 4. It is the exact reason why they've done 3 versus 4. And to be honest, I don't think 1846 is gonna lose this KVK. I don't see how they could lose this KVK. Paul said you're going 1556. Top Gun, yes, I am going 1556. IO update. Update on what? They are still fighting at the passes. People think losing KVK means something. It's a game and it's all about having a good time. What a camp for the win. I mean, if 1846 accept though 4 versus 4, this KVK was easy and I believe they want to have fun. That's very true. A 4 versus 4 would have been easy because 1020 and 2342 kinda exhausted themselves with 2255. So when 1365 came on to us, it was a little bit of a just run over. They just kinda run over us. "1846 will win this KVK," Tiffany Young is stating in the chat. 1093 though did some good work on their KVK against 1860 and 1034. Okay, I mean the report that I saw weren't as good as they should be. I mean just some reports that they were shared. But maybe they did really good, who knows. Let's go, what a camp. Woo. Who are the strongest kingdoms in RoK anyway? I only know a few. I don't know all of them, to be honest. And later on I'm gonna get messages, hey bro, you forgot to mention our kingdom, we are pretty strong. And I'm gonna go like, oh my god, how should I know all the kingdoms? There is a lot of them. I think the best way is by going on the RoK board and see who's the Imperium ones. Usually the Imperium ones are the strongest. For the OG, Legend, I run XY Mina, Nevsky William, that's really good. Saladin Aethelflaed, not very happy about that one. Attila Takeda, Boudica Nebu. I also have Artemisia 5515, Tomiris 5155. Any improvements for 5 Marchers Ball? Saladin and Aethelflaed. I would definitely do something about that. Maybe introduce another Archer March. But Saladin and Aethelflaed is ish for Season of Conquest right now. That will be the only change that I would do. Maybe do a Guan and Scipio or something. Or at least the Saladin and Trajan, make that march better support. But I think Guan and Scipio would be a better replacement for that Saladin Aethelflaed. A46 have the best open field. Well, they will definitely have to show it in 3 days, that's for sure. You don't have infantry gear. Well, time to work on one. Have an infantry set as well. It always helps. 93 is the OV, right? No, 1093, no, it's not OV. OV is 1052. 1603 is not that good though. I don't know 1603 to be honest, Hassan. Leo, still worth the investment in dailies? No, I wouldn't. If you have Leo, use him, but if you don't have Leo, don't invest on him. Hey Ronnie, thoughts on 307 KVK? There are 4 known Arc Teams kingdoms. Well, they're definitely going for a hard one. It's going to be a hard heavy KVK for them as well. That's for sure. They want to get in the big league. They believe they are ready. Let's see. We're gonna see them soon enough, how well they can handle. You have to play almost 3 years. How is it going on over there? Well, okay, I don't think that question was for me. Legend, if 1365 zero themselves and their next migration are one whole alliance or two, that would be scary. That would definitely be something. If 1365 gets such a big migration and have 6 alliances, that would definitely be pretty scary. Did you show your GIF? Yeah, I did saw it, Catalonian. I did saw it. It was shared to me. People were really happy and they thanked me for it. Wick still playing? I have no idea. Jack, yes, I am going 556. $10 if Ronnie beats the #1 in Lost Canyon. Challenge accepted. Oh, that's mellow. Okay, come on. I need to get higher in the ranks. I think this is how I beat him before. No. Oh. Yeah, I don't remember how I attack. Alright, let me attack someone else. Okay, this one is easier. I think it's easier, okay? I'm just thinking. Alright, so now I have to beat rank 1. It's gonna be temporary though. He has XY and Nevsky. Richard and Charles Martel. His Trajan is really good. I know he was in 23-29. Let me just go like this. Although I don't think trying to hard nuke his Trajan will work, because he has the XY in the back. It worked. There you go. I want my $10. Let's see, was a hard beating. Ah, that was okay. I think XY done the work that I needed to. Yeah, pretty beating his XY. My Artemisia tanked there like a boss against Richard and Charles Martel. Yeah, $10 or ban. Absolutely legend. SKO show, thank you very much. Of course I'm gonna lose it. I'm not gonna hold it, but no skip battles? You wanna see the replay? Alright, let's watch the replay. Oh, don't kill me, game. I have to refresh the game. Alright, let me refresh the game and it will work. After I close the game and open it, it will work. Let's watch the replay. Clear the fog. What fog? And Jerry Channel, member for 8 months. Thank you very much for your support. You want to slap Lilith? Okay, now it should work. Yeah, now it's working. Alright, let's watch the replay. So it's happening exactly what I wanted. I wanted my YSG and XY kind of hitting the same time, and my YSG not to be silenced, but his Guan. That was the whole plan there. So as long as XY was going to last, I wanted my YSG to pop as many AoEs as possible. And then my Guan to silence his Guan. 1945 is Planga Plongo. Member for 28 months. How about that? How are you doing, Flash? Right, so I killed his XY with the power of the AoE from YSG and Mehmet. And of course, YSG is also helping my Artemisia, which Artemisia and Boudica would have won against Richard anyway. But that was the theory behind it, to help my Artemisia as well with the AoE, while his YSG is busy there killing a Trajan. There you go. And now is 3 versus 1, and that's gonna be the end of it. Archer power! You see? Archer power! Who said archers are not working? What can you buy from this shop? Nothing. Just some very expensive materials. Flash, where are you migrating next? People want to know. I'm your fan, Flash. You need to. I'm your biggest fan, by the way. I'm in all your streams. You know that. I'm in the back seat, in the car with you. You need to tell your biggest fan where you're migrating. Bestakan member for 30 months. Thank you very much. Monday, Kingsland, and the big party gonna start. You are his only fan, I think. Oh. Ronnie, do you want to migrate in 1254? Well, I already decided where I'm going. Flash going to 1365. Well, that would be a good decision if he's going there. Next holiday event is 7k gem event. The way the 7k gem events are now is every third event, is not every second. So I don't think the next one is the 7k. I think the one after is gonna be a 7k. So I don't think this one is a 7k. Flash of armor. Ooh. You hear that, Flash? People say you're a farmer. What are you farming? Kills or dead? No, Flash is going 2172. Okay. He's definitely not going 1846. Alright, so let's scratch one kingdom off the list. He's not going 1846 because 1846 doesn't allow you to stream. They do have content creators, but you can't stream their KVK. So what I'm doing right now If I would have been in 1846, I would have not been allowed to. They would probably zero me or kick me from the alliance. So it's definitely not going there. Okay, there's one kingdom we can scratch off the list. Any leaks of the new leadership commanders? Not yet. He's going to 2K. I think Chris is gonna say that 2K is also overrated. Because he said about a couple of kingdoms that are overrated. He's gonna write, Kingdom 2K is also overrated. Is 1365 your allies? No, 1846 are. I'm rooting for 1846. What factor differentiate the top Imperiums in the game when deciding where to go for a big player like you? Well, first of all, I need to stream and do content, so they need to allow me to do that. Second of all, I need to be accepted. And that's pretty much about it, I guess. I'm not sure if there is another criteria. They should not be in KVK, I guess, when I'm trying to migrate, probably. There's some other small things over there. It's Friday, we all busy contributing. Calderoni, thank you very much, member for 23 months. Appreciate your support, brother. 1960, 1254 or 1556 can take on 1846 any day. Chris. Oh, that is a bold statement. So, I don't think 1960 has the numbers, though. I mean, you're saying that 1960 can, but 1960 is mostly two alliances. I'm not sure if they had any migrations. Okay, so let me just put it out. If they had any strong migrations, or that's their plan right now, to try to drop Imperium and get more people in. But as far as I know, 1960 is mostly two alliances. Two alliances cannot compete with 6. Doesn't matter how much money you put. So 1960, it is a great kingdom, don't get me wrong. They're definitely great, but in the end, numbers does have something to say on the field. That's the reality of it. Blue, Ronnie, a bit of intermezzo. Do you still continue playing Diablo Immortal? Yes, Blue. I'm in the server Crystal Arc. I'm Paragon almost 70. What is Chisgul Kingdom again? Chisgul is in 1254. Yo, what happened to 1846 allies? Having a chill pill. 960 can't drop Imperium even if they zero themselves. Well, that's pretty sad. You finally reunited with Baba. 1365, yes, I will. 1846 had openly dodged 960 multiple times. Okay, well, maybe because 1846 don't consider 1960 anywhere close to be their equal. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know, I'm trying to speculate here. 1960 doing KVK non-stop. Good for streaming. Definitely would. I didn't understand this KVK. 5 versus 3 or 4 versus 3 versus 1. Ghost. No, 1960. I said 1960. Because we were talking about 1960. Someone said that 1846 has openly dodged 1960 multiple times. And I said maybe 1846 don't consider 1960 anywhere close to be their equals. Let's put it that way, when 1960 max stack is like they have 3.5 alliances, it's not gonna be enough. It's activity. Activity makes a difference, bro. I mean, like I said, they are a great kingdom. They have great people, great alliances, amazing players in there. But numbers, at some point, numbers will make a difference on the field. When you get murdered every single time, it's not gonna work. 1960 versus 3 Imperium and they still won. Yeah, but those were temporary Imperiums. We are talking here about 1846. We're not talking about an Imperium that just got Imperium and after that they broke apart. You know, let's face the facts and the reality. $1846 is probably the strongest. Well, right now, number-wise, yeah, I think it's the strongest kingdom in the game. Is it true that the fire camp is always the strongest camp in Lost Kingdom? I think it used to be that at the beginning. Like when they started with the heroic Anthem and with the camp systems, they used to have that. Like the fire camp was the strongest, but I think they switched things around. So it's confusing which one it is right now. Y'all need to see my kingdom if you think any Imperium is that way. Oh boy. SKO. Do tell us. Our fire camp is the weakest seed wise. Oh, you mean in your KVK? Hank. Andrej says don't include fake ass Imperiums that are only few kingdoms which are true Imperiums. Yeah, we are talking about kingdoms that are always Imperium, or they were Imperium and they still are Imperium for a very long time. You know, these are the kingdoms that we are talking about. Not wannabe Imperium for 3 weeks during KVK. Looks like 1846 and 1365, they're definitely having a good time over here. Skirmishing, field fighting. It looks very balanced a little bit, the numbers right here. I think they're trading positive both sides from my understanding what is happening right now. In terms of numbers, it is 1846, but for activity, I'll go with 1254 and 1365. Surprisingly, I can also say this, 1365 has a surprising activity. So far this KVK, whenever I looked, 1365 had presence. So from this standpoint, yes. But considering the numbers that 1846 has, they also have activity. Because it's not like 1846 has been burning the whole time. You know? So by having a lot of numbers, you eventually have a lot of activity as well. Because you use a rotation on the players. There's players that are probably at work, they come back, they have 4-5 hours, then they go to sleep, they go to work, etc. But there's always people that are probably at home. There's always a rotation. There's a good question from Allowance Q8 in top. Alright, let me just see it. Hello Ronnie, how are you? What do you think of the Kingdom of 1412 and the migration now? And the additional of 2 alliances, including a winning alliance in the league? Well, I will be very honest to answer you. I do not know how much 1412 managed to get as a migration, like how many alliances they managed to get. So you're saying that they got 2 additional alliances, which means they have 6. That means they are also a big powerhouse, which means that next KVK 1412 they need to show what they are built of, I guess. And then everybody can tell how good of a kingdom it is. But if they got 2 alliances, that's a big thing. No, 6 alliances, that's huge. If you have 6 alliances as an Imperium kingdom, that's really huge. 01 HK and 774A. Wow, 2 alliances, 2 high quality alliances. Okay, well, like I said, next KVK we will see. Well, 307 did 3 against kingdoms too. You mean 1 versus 3 camps? Yes, 307 did that. And when they faced Imperiums, like 1052, they lost. 412 becoming exactly like 1846. I wouldn't use the word exactly. There is a big difference when you use exactly, because exactly means like identical, which is inaccurate, I'm gonna say. But becoming like 1846, that is a more accurate statement. Like having a lot of activity and a lot of numbers. They need to prove it on the next KVK, how they are doing, and then people can give their statement. In this game, it's more often than not quality, quantity, activities matters. Activity definitely matters. It is a big factor, but having quality and quantity in the same time, I mean, that's a rare thing. As they said in last stream, was there, it's 4 main, 1 support. So it's not 6 alliances in 1412, it's still 4 main alliances. I mean exactly in member wise. Who cares? Every KVK is different. All depends on who is in the KVK. Hello Ronnie. Yusef. Hiding in the bushes. Which kingdom we're gonna migrate to? I'm going to 1556. Right, so looks like 1846 they managed to push the mother ball behind the gate. I'm pretty sure they're gonna regroup, refresh, and get ready for another one. There's a huge difference between 1960s opponents in 1 versus 3 and 1846 opponents this KVK. I would say that these opponents are much more active than 1960s opponents were when it was 1 versus 3. So I did watch a little bit that 1960 KVK, and I saw that there was some downtime there when nobody was pushing. At least when I was looking. I only looked like twice. Fleisch is the one who streamed most of that KVK. I looked like twice and it was downtime. Nobody was fighting. 1960 was all over Kingsland. They were holding in all direction, but yeah, that's what I noticed. You can check my previous 2 streams when the other camps they were trying to push out, and you can visually see what 1846 had to go through, which it wasn't easy. Which account you moving to 1556? I'm moving my main account, this account that I'm streaming right now. $1960 is crazy, but there are others matching their spending and have 5 times the players. Yep, Andrej, you're very right about that. Like I said, when you have quantity and quality in the same time, that's rare. Quantity, that's, I would say, easier to obtain. It's pretty easy to obtain that in RoK. If you have some really good R4s, if you know how to make some really good commercials, you can get numbers. You can get quantity. Laguna said that 1365 at rank 2 as most powerful. Do you agree with that? Hard to say, but considering that this is the 5th day since the PAX is open, they are very active and there is a lot of fighting. I think it cost 2k just to migrate there. No one matches 960 spending, not even close. I think it costs 2k just to migrate. What, you mean you have to pay them to get into their kingdom? Oh, hell no. That sounds something made up, SKO. Can you back that one up? I mean, you have to pay them to go there? I don't think so. 1960 breezed through 3 versus 5 in Strife of the 8, 3 KVKs ago. 1846 struggling to grow through that now. Chris, statements and statement. There's a lot of them in this stream. Oh my god. Van Dran, how are you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. 365 needs you to be zeroed first before joining. It's a joke, Ronnie. Try to keep up. Okay. My apologies, brother. My apologies. It was a joke. You don't need to pay anything. Okay. But they do have a high level of spending in there. I agree. 307, 960, 3 versus 4. 960 breezed against small kingdoms, not a kingdom like 365. That's very true. That's very true. If they would have to fight a kingdom like 365 or 1846 where there is a lot of max tech players, I think it will be different. Technically, you have to pay the passports. Well, that's around 1,200. Free if you have credits, but if not, it costs you 1,200 to migrate anyway. Do you know when the next Osiris League is going to start? I don't know really, but I'm thinking that it's going to be soon. It should start soon. 2 weeks, one month it should start. Also, I'm not a hater, so don't. I'm not sure that was referred to me. No one ever win 1 versus 3 in Heroic Anthem except 1960. 307 did. .307 won 1 versus 3, and if I'm correct, they fought 7 Korean kingdoms. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, please. But I think there were 7 Korean kingdoms when 307 won 1 versus 3. And if I'm going further to be more correct, was 365 in their camp? Wasn't it? Was 307 with 365 in the camp? That's how I remember that KVK when they won 1 versus 3 versus 7 other Korean kingdoms. 307 is going to get wrecked by 962. Oh boy. People love this, huh? Small kingdoms. "401 is still the greatest 3 versus 1 ever, though they didn't win." Come on, what about free-for-all KVKs? What about those? What about free-for-all KVKs when kingdoms fight for 7 days in Kingsland? Nobody remember those. I feel sad right now. Free for all is a scam. Oh no, who said that? Madness. FFA is stupid. Oh my god. (1450, 1960) and poor water camp. How about farm for all? I remember that FFA KVK was best one ever. Look at the marches in LIB. Yeah, they have a crazy murder ball here. They are pushing on 1365. This chat are getting hotter. Your FFA is good, but there is some drama over that FFA. Oh yeah, that was a lot of drama. But it was a crazy good fight in KVK though. It was my highest kill points gain KVK ever. I gained 4.1 billion kill points in that KVK. There is no other KVK I gained so many kill points. No, Ronnie, that's not true. 2110 had so much more power that they wanted a 1v1 v2 KVK before 1916 beat the shit out of 2110 and it turned into a 1 versus 3. Well, bro, this is the reason, this is what we were talking on the stream. We were talking about stable Imperium, all-time Imperium kingdoms. We are not talking about wannabe Imperium kingdoms. Like kingdoms that were Imperium for 1, 2, 3 KVKs because they had no match or they didn't match anything good, and then when they found a match, they just got disbanded after that and people left. You know, we are talking about like all time, because 1916 is like an all-time Imperium, right? It's one of those crazy kingdoms. So that was the whole discussion in the chat. So we're not talking about kingdom 2000, 2110 kingdoms that were for 1, 2 times Imperiums. You know, we are talking about all-time Imperiums. Snorlax, this is the 5th day of fighting. It is expected that activity drops. You should see the 1st day of fighting. FFA, it's all nice until Kingsland. That's true. That's true. In Kingsland, it was a big... We were always being messed up from behind. It was very hard in our FFA. Because the water camp were only hitting us, they only cared us. 1846 only cared about 1960, and we cared only about 1846. But the water camp was keep hitting us from behind. It was crazy. Go water camp. FFA is so drama. Why attack us, not other blah blah blah. It's FFA. I mean, I never blamed water camp for attacking us. Don't get me wrong about that. They've done what they were thinking is best for them. I'm just saying it's not easy. Until you play a FFA, you don't know, but it's not easy when you want to go full force on a camp, but the other camp is pushing you from the other side. Makes things very hard. Best 5 kingdoms: 93, 254, 365, 846, 960. Oh, no 556. Water cannot hit you until past 6. Past 7, you mean? Because that was heroic Anthem. We were talking about different KVKs, not this one. Right, so looks like 1365 is now pushing 1846, because probably 1846 went to refresh. In FFA, some 0.1 camp is gonna play to make another camp lose, not to win. That's true. FFA is just escape for scaredy kingdoms. Well, 1254, 1556, 1365, they were in FFA. So be careful what you're saying about FFA. It wasn't just me with Drago and 1846. There was other kingdoms that experienced FFA as well. 93 doing so well in current KVK. Tell me, was that your secret destination? You never know. You have Ramses Tomiris, Amani Artemisia. Is Boudica YSG better than Nebo YSG in the field? I don't use a lot of Nebo YSG on the field, so it's hard for me to tell you. But if I would have to choose between working on Boudica or Nebo, I would rather work on Boudica, I would rather work on the newish commander for field fighting. Ronnie, what song is currently? This is Basa Basa Beat, Nana Kobena. There's no wrong way to play FFA. Pity fighting or trying to win, you're free to do what you want. Yeah, that's the beauty about FFA. I mean, if you think you have balls of steel, then do FFA. And you don't give a shit about anything else. You just go in. You don't care about anybody. You just know that everybody else, wherever you go, you have to fight. It's not your kingdom, you have to fight them. You have to kill them. That's it. So FFA has its beauty, if you want to ask me. Is Twilight Skin worth when you have 2 infantry marchers? It depends on your other 3 marchers. If the 2 infantry marchers are skill damaging marchers and you have like 2 cavs, 1 archers, I would still use the Twilight. But if you only use 2 infantry marchers, no, because you lose 10% attack on infantry. Hell, I've seen many Imperiums fearing other Imperiums. They are allergic to each other. Bro, it's not about being allergic. Let me tell you the true story. Imperiums are afraid of losing KVK. Why? People don't like losing. That's the reality of it. It's very hard to maintain the people in a kingdom after you lost. And a kingdom that lost and managed to maintain its core players, that's something. That's my statement about it. That's why somehow some Imperiums fear other Imperium, because they are afraid of losing. Because people don't like it, you know? It's like me, for example. I'm going in 1556, but let's say I lose. I'm just giving you an example. I lose 2-3 KVKs in a row. Would I still like it to stay there if I'm keep losing? You know, this how you should put it. People will stay at KVK. Okay, you lost. Some won't, but then you lose a second KVK. Well, hold on, something is not wrong. They are afraid of losing because the memes won't stop. 10,000% agree with you, Ronnie. Thank you, Blue. 1254 lost most of their KVK. Yeah, but they had migration after each and every KVK to maintain their 4 alliances. So every time they lost the KVK, they got 0 themselves and just got more people in. "300 players migrated to Fort 12. That's a lot. Fort 12 isn't unstable. They fought hard. No, nobody's talked bad about Fort 12. Fort 12 has always been a great kingdom. I'm very surprised that 93 already knew they were, but I didn't know they were strong enough to hold 1V and 860. Well, if they are holding 2 of those Imperiums, then they are definitely a really good kingdom. 300 players. That's quite a lot. 1254 most of the time deliberately chose a KVK that they can't win. Another way to think is that 1254 had to stack odds against their opponents to find a winner KVK. That's very true. So that's the way they won a KVK, when they allied with the strongest allies that they could get in that KVK. I knew, and I talked to my friends and other people, even people in 1556. I told them, I said, bro, this is a 100% lost KVK, and you know, doesn't matter how the conversation went, but that was my point about that KVK. I said, this is 100% lost. They took the strongest camps, because I knew the other camps that were allied with 1556. I know how many KVKs those kingdoms lost. So yeah, long story short, 1412 is really strong. They definitely are. I'm looking forward to see them on the next KVK, see how they do now with their new allies. If Chisgul is not in 1254, is there any chance that you're gonna migrate there? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't think I'm in. Listen. I really don't want to talk about it. I'm not sure why you're all bringing this up. I'm not favorite there, okay? I'm not favorite in 1254. It doesn't matter if Chisgul is or it isn't there. Maybe I have a couple of people. I have fans in 1254, but I know deeper and deeper than what you guys don't. So I'm not. It's natural. It's normal. There's kingdoms that don't favor me, or don't like me, or not necessarily favor. Probably that's the wrong word. No one would feel sorry if the shoes was on the other foot in the 1254 KVK. But one could also say that 1254 lost KVK because they stacked the odds against themselves. Let's stop with the excuses of having bad allies. Dimblo is part of every KVK. Oh, that's a good one. Nevsky William, Saladin Double C, or Nevsky Double C. Saladin William in open field. I would do Nevsky William if I would have to choose from those 4. If you want to do 2 pairs, then you can do Saladin and William and Nevsky double C. (1846) would destroy 1960. Should I max my William or leave it on 5551? You could definitely max him, but right now you should prioritize the new commanders. So you should always work on some of the older commanders, either through the wheel or when you have excess of sculptures. Right, because you have Nevsky that came in, you have Scipio, you have Boudica, you have all these newish commanders that you should definitely work on. But William is one of the older, so 5551 William is really good. I would work on him from the wheels or when you have excess of sculptures. FFA mean they can do anything. Of course, yeah, when it's FFA, it means you're on your own. 556 is a good kingdom. Building forts and letting them free. 960 won't be able to keep up if they are in the same Lost Kingdom with 846, 365, 254. They are on different level. People keep thinking 960 is one of the same level with those top 3. Yep, 93 is literally destroying us. 860 and 1V. Really, really strong on open field. 21 is also strong. They are all playing T5s, all max tech, and some also uses bots. Well, that's when someone uses bots, there's quite a lot of things to consider, to be honest. Have you guys seen Great Wall of Fortresses of 412? Can 1860 do that? So how about siding 5551 and William? That's also a good March Titan. That's the free-to-play way for a Cav March. But now you have Nevsky. So if you've done your Saladin, William, you should also work on Nevsky. So you could use that Saladin and William as a support, but I will strongly recommend Nevsky as well. Nevsky is really strong for the field now. I will be going in SOC soon. Mike Fisher, good luck. I have some saved coins doing 1 SOC long back. I am using the skill damage. Elite Demon, what's up, Legend Ronnie? How are you doing today? Elite Demon, I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Apologize, I didn't saw your ping later on. Join 2K maybe. (1960) has one strong alliance, but they don't have the deep like 365, 846, 254, 960. Won't be able to handle the field. They will be overwhelmed if 960 facing monster Imperiums. Anganata, I definitely agree with that. And that's exactly what I was trying to express when I was talking in the stream. Like, they are a really good kingdom, but they can't face the activity some of these top Imperiums has. SKO, my account sucks because of bots. It's a shame. Why, bots not working on your account? They don't fart gems? So you didn't make enough gems to spin the wheels? I heard 1960 going to merge with 1254 in the future, but not after this KVK. Superior Warrior, I don't think so. 1254 has quite a large number to consider, and the only way that would work is if 960 would absorb them. Because I mean 960 has so many wells, it would be hard for me to believe that's gonna be a future thing. And 960 has the alliance who won so many Osiris leagues, so I don't think they would want to drop that frame either. There's things that you need to take in consideration, because in the end, what 960 has done, winning to Osiris League, that's their fame, right? That's their alliance fame. Why would you want to give that away? And 1254 to give up their kingdom, which is so well built, with farms, with many alliances, like many of these other Imperium, I don't see that being a thing either. That's not gonna work. $12.54 need to get all players of 960 with the ticket. It will take only 2 players. Elite Demon, how do you get resources? Do you farm all day? You can farm, or you can have a lot of farm accounts. That can also help. People getting slapped. Always call bots. Well, Hassan, 2 years, that's 1 player a month. That's 24 players. I think you have to add more years. You didn't read my full question. Is it worth to get Twilight Fall skin or just get accessories? I am using all skill damage commanders. If you're using all skill damage commanders, it is worth it to have the Twilight Falls. You would definitely improve your damage on the field. But if you're lacking accessories, I would prioritize accessories. So for example, you see my equipment right now? For 5 marches, I'm stacked. 3, 6, 9, 11 accessories. So I'm stacked. But if you don't have for 5 marches, then I will still get accessories. Hey Ronnie, I don't know if I have soft enough, but I see a recent fight yet in this KVK, waiting for the stakes to get higher in Kingsland and being able to actually burn something. H. Panigma, how are you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Definitely, I think Kingsland is gonna be the most fun part for you guys in this KVK. It would be crazy to see a kingdom with 60 GT and 1B. Is the Ring of Doom worth it, even if you're not Rally League? Or Concealed Dagger is it better choice? The Ring of Doom is a lot of RNG involved. That's the reality with the Ring of Doom. Dagger is a more safe option to go with. Because Dagger has a 30% chance to proc, while the Ring has a 10% with an internal cooldown. It seems that the Phantom leaks are true. Today announced that the Iconic will be in pre-KVK. It didn't say it's going to be in the pre-KVK, so you need to get the facts straight. Once the update goes live, New Crusader achievements will become available for players in Season of Conquest. Complete them to obtain up to 3 iconic crystals and other rewards. Crusader achievements, not pre-KVK. Crusader achievements, individual coalition camp. So please understand the update better. Ring is so OP because yeah, it is 10% chance, but if you go in, go out, what you do in open field, then it's a 10% chance a lot of times. That's very true. So you will punch a lot of times in open field, and you'll cause a lot of severely wounded as well. I think it's almost impossible for 556 to ally with 1254. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. They both hate each other. They'd better do free for all. Some interesting updates soon. When are museum commanders coming out? Let's hope so soon as well. Right now they only announced that it's gonna be Tatmos. How about 5551 Boudica and Max YSG? Good enough for open field? For sure, it should be good enough, but I would expertise Boudica. Her expertise is really good. Well, Ronnie, who will win this KVK? 307 or 1960? I want to put my money on 1960. I mean, I have great confidence in 307, but I've seen they had a downtime. As big Imperium as they are, when they fought us, 2155, they had a downtime. So, if 1960 will not have a downtime, then it's not going to be bueno for 307. Let's see. Fair KVK 50-50. I guess so. 307 has a lot of activity, 1960 has a lot of spending, so we'll see how things gonna play out. Right, yo. It is almost 3 hours for me, and I got a lot of other things to do today. It was a really fun KVK. I really enjoyed it. You guys are all amazing in the chat, keeping me busy and having fun and chatting as well. Anytime you want to see some action, 1846 is here for you. There's gonna be 3 more days fighting at this past 6, and after that it's gonna be Kingsland on Monday, so we'll see how things are gonna play out in the end. But until next time, this is your boy Ronnie signing off. Peace out, till, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate you all for being here, and I'll see you later. John E, yes, VIP is very important in my opinion. I saw a difference when I went from 16 to 17 on 3 accounts. Definitely VIP is really important.